Climate protests outside the United Nations top court in The Hague, as hearings begin, aiming to clarify the obligations of countries to fight global warming. Demonstrators here are pushing for concrete action, as international climate summits, including the UN-backed Conference of Parties, or COP, fail to secure meaningful change.
So we're hoping that this can really be a push forward, a step changer for climate negotiations, so that they say that states have legal obligations that have to align with human rights.
Over 2 weeks, the International Court of Justice will hear evidence from almost 100 countries and more than a dozen intergovernmental organisations. The judge is tasked with answering 2 key questions. What should countries and organisations be legally obligated to do to fight climate change? And what are the legal consequences to repair damage already caused? Some environmental experts argue that the actions of major greenhouse gas emitters have breached international law, and they should face repercussions.
So our hopeful expectation is that the court will recognize this and articulate the legal consequences of these violations. And legal consequences of violations of international law are always twofold. The wrongful conduct, the breaching conduct must cease, it must be put to an end. And secondly, reparations must be made.
The case was spearheaded by a group of Pacific Island nations who are fighting for their very survival in the face of climate change. These nations, including Vanuatu, who initiated the effort to get a legal opinion, bear the brunt of rising sea levels and increasingly severe natural disasters. They're calling for the world's biggest polluters to be held accountable for their role in global warming and to help vulnerable nations combat the devastating impact.
The outcome of these proceedings will reverberate across generations, determining the fate of nations like mine and the future of our planet.
Although the result will not be legally binding, it will provide a concrete framework for international law. And with a record lineup of participating countries, the outcome could give extra weight to climate lawsuits across the globe, leaving the world's biggest polluters vulnerable to liability. Ryan Wu and Rosie Grenenger for TaiwanPlus.